The most dangerous person in pharmaceutical or medical sales is not the untrained person. It's the unteachable person. The untrained can grow. The unteachable stays stuck while believing that they are progressing. Early in my career, I had a ride along. It didn't go so well. Guy who gave me the opportunity, Bud Bender. I was nervous. I was unprepared. I walked in, talked to the nurse administrator, talked about it in service, and I stumbled my words. Got back into the car. I remember Bud Bender. He cussed me out, told me how bad I was. And, at the time, I didn't really like it. But he had a lot of good points. I was not prepared. He made me run through my presentation over and over and over again. And I started to get better at it. And I remember he felt bad. He knew I was a person of faith. He knew I was a Christian. He felt bad that he cussed me out. So in the car, he puts on some Christian music. He's like, "This is Chris Tomlin here. I've been listening to him." So we started talking, and I just asked a few questions, realized that he had gone through some challenges in his life. And then Bud just started opening up to me, telling me his story. And then I started getting better. He started noticing that I was more prepared. A couple months later, this is my first job, I got the call. Bud Bender had passed away. Sudden heart attack. He was the one who believed in me when I was interviewing, and they said, Dave Sterrett, he doesn't have any medical sales experience. Bud Bender says, "You need to hire this guy because one day he's going to be CEO. You need to give him the opportunity." He went to bat for me. That year, I was ranked number 10 out of about 90 reps, and I made President's Club. And at President's Club, they flew us into this resort, and they gave a special award at President's Club, the Bud Bender Award. And they gave it to me because Bud went to bat for me, and he passed away. During the whole process, I handpicked another guy to take over the west of my territory, Fort Worth. The next year, Andy won that award. And I just think about this. Bud was a tough coach. He was hard, but he sharpened my skill. I think one of the best things that he did for me was he made me role play, and he critiqued me and called me out when I got things wrong. And that's why I'm grateful for all of you being a part of this, this process here. Then when I think about coaches and great leaders, I always think about sports. People ask me how tall I am. I'm like, I'm 6'7". 6'7". Hopefully by the time this video comes out, I'll be not a trend anymore. The kids will say that. But back in 2004, the United States Olympic basketball team lost. The U.S. was known for having great ball players, great teams, but they lost. So in 2008, the next group carried a new identity, the Redeem Team. They brought in a Duke coach, Coach Krzyzewski, had a military background. He had coached at West Point. Structure, discipline, accountability. Fly out to Vegas, they're preparing. Some of the greatest players in the world, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade. And then they had the decision of Kobe Bryant to join the team. 4 o'clock in the morning, as they're out in Vegas, players come back from the clubs, partying, and they notice the guy was not with them, Kobe Bryant. They were like, "Kobe, what are you doing?" He's like, "I'm getting ready to practice, 4 o'clock in the morning." They've just been out to clubs. He's like, "I'm going to work." And it shocked them. Here was the best basketball player in the world saying, "I'm waking up. I've already won championships. I'm waking up 4 o'clock to practice on my own." The next morning, LeBron James joined him. Then D. Wade, then others. They stopped going out, having fun, and they got serious. Coach K told them about, you're not just representing yourself. There's those who've gone before us in the United States who've paid their lives so that we can have the freedom. And when we go and compete against these other countries, we represent the United States of America, where we have freedoms like no other. And so this team of all-stars shifted. Why? Because of a great coach and because a great player coach, even though he wasn't a coach. Kobe led by example.